As we creep into the middle of July, we've got the Cougar. It's kind of in full throwdown of cleanup process. It's dusty, but it's ready to go in the car. The car needs to be polished. And where we're sitting right now without polishing is we wanted to get the EFI, the air conditioning, all these things run, done, routed. Like the AC, one line's going to come up around like the wire loom does. The other one we're going to bury under the front here. Clean it up as much as possible is our goal. We got all the wiring stubbed in. We've got, pigtails and everything for lighting. So we've got, I would say, 99% of the primary car wired up. Now we're going to plug sensors and wires and everything into the engine where they go. A lot of the ends are already there. Some we have to put together. Then we get the dash. We got the brand new I Did It installed. And the 2 drops for the AC that we cannot access after we get all of the dash and everything installed. And we're integrating like 4 different systems because we have the pigtails from the fans that have to wire in and have a coolant sensor. We have the EFI that has to have a coolant sensor its own, and the dash that wants its own Dakota Digital coolant sensor, and then the American Auto Wire loom. So everything gets integrated. It's not seamless, so there's some question marks we run into as we go. We actually have to find the carrier. It's an intermediate between the dash and the gauge cluster. We got some mishmash parts over here. Again, you can see a lot of the Cougar stuff. We're getting this ready to go full bloom, and that's what V is working on, is getting parts cleaned up. Now we're on to trim. It's a lot of aluminum trim, so we're going to clean it up best we can by hand and try to avoid as much polishing because it's anodized. It's a whole other mess. But that whole shelf system minus the seats up top, V is pulled down, cleaned up. Over here is a 67 Ranchero. We'll kind of get another look at it here in a little bit. We pulled everything for it out of storage and got it all moved over here. The seats, engines, something else, that's mine. I'm going to go and interrupt Rowan real quick, kind of show what we're working on. Yeah, there's a lot. Hey, Rowan! Gate. We're starting to strip down on this. We may have to do sections. We got that ready to receive all the linkage for the column shift and the floor section. They make those. I am moving down the road. I'm dying to get to that. I think it'll be next week. Say hi to Rowan. Rowan is doing some finish up welding, some detail stuff, welding up screw holes and everything on the floor here. Our goal today for Rowan is to get, there's bracing that's cut off and it needs to be continued on, and then there's some welding up above, around. There's just some internal welding, and then like across here we got to do some cleanup on the welding. Fit up the doors, unfit the doors, throw them on the floor, throw the deck lid on the floor. It goes on a rotisserie to blast and then epoxy. Same with this guy. I'll kind of show you a little bit of my chaos here. We're doing Zephyr. We're going to do a Zephyr push button here. That's just that's bigger than the push button. Put a washer in there so I can knock that out. But We can come in, we can push a button and pull the door open. That's the whole plan. The owner wanted this. We worked via pictures and videos back and forth. This sheet metal lays over. I did the same on the other side. The next on this, we're going to develop out the deck lid. I've got the deck lid sitting over yonder, and it goes on the wheel because it fits, but it's too flat, so we have to do some stretching and develop this out. This obviously 49 Chevy, 36 holes is what we were just looking at. 49 Chevy, and all this was handmade. We got it put in place some time ago. We wound up making access, and we're going to make plates that just screw down for the airbags, because that turned into something important. We had a bad fitting, or we didn't have bolts tight, and it wouldn't air up. So as everyone's working on that, then I get to turn my eyes on this. It's all new sheet metal except for that windshield pillar. And it all aligns, but the gaps are shat. So we're going to deal with some gaps. We're going to deal with some ripples in the remanufactured parts. Get it fitted, get that handled, and then we can brace it and pull it off the chassis. That'll come after we lay this back on, because we're going to pull this, blast it, epoxy it inside and outside. The owner's going to bring more parts. Undercoat the bottom with some Raptor liner, set it on the chassis one last time. That's it. This one kind of similar. And I'm going to develop the trunk and brace that up. So we're moving lots of things right now. I just kind of kicked Rowan off the floor. Next week we should be in swing after we got some parts we're dealing with on this Chevelle. So it should bring us back into focus there. We start swinging parts onto the Cougar as well, but there's only 4 of us part of the week. Talk to you later.